my babies, hi, and welcome back to another Sunday in Mimosa. Today's Sunday in Mimosa is there love or a love spell? So today we're actually going to be speaking about two different people, but they are friends. We're going to be speaking about somebody named Simba, aka Demon Dick, aka Mr. Type Shit, and we will be speaking about somebody named Tiger. Now, this Sunday Mimosa actually was supposed to be the one after next, but because Mr. Type Shit want to be on some type shit, we gonna go ahead and move you on up the ladder, okay? So I met Tiger, who is actually Simba's friend, via Facebook after my Google job was over, and I was going through it a little bit because I had the car accident and I had also lost the baby. But I was still on the mentality of shorty gotta get it. So I was going to a friend's house. I was trying to help them out, put some money in their pocket and stuff. And her guy had studio equipment, so he would record songs and stuff. And just so happened, I just had a place to record songs, and out of nowhere, this guy named Tiger hit me up. We had no mutual friends or anything, but I was performing poetry. I was posting my poetry and different things of that nature. I was promoting myself. And he found me some type of way. He inboxed me, and I should have known there was some bullshit then. And when I say I wish I would have ignored that fucking inbox, okay? Because when I say these two niggas is some lying, low down, scheming ass niggas, boy. Texas, that's how y'all get down, man. That's how I should have known better. Let me tell you, I should have known. No, I know everybody in Texas ain't like that, but boy, watch your back out that money, though, okay? Because these niggas here, okay? So, I got the inbox. Like I said, we had no mutual friends. And he was like, yo, I want you to hop on the track. I need a female rapper. And it was a love song. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Mind you, I had no music out at the point in time. Nobody even knew I could rap for real. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I paid my homegirl's boyfriend, and he recorded me. I sent the guy the track. He fucked with it. So when he dropped it, of course I'm gonna promote it. That's the first time I'm ever on a rap song that's actually published. So of course I'm gonna promote it. A lot of people were shocked because they didn't know I could rap. And his girlfriend at the point in time, she shared a post, and she was like, this is the most plays Bay ever got in one day. Yeah, because I shared it and because I'm on it. That's why. So it's kind of sort of, he started using me because he wasn't getting no plays at all. So he started using me because 50 plays in one day. Honestly, let's be honest, that's not a lot. But I mean, for an up and coming artist, to us, that shit could be a lot. Okay. And we yo, we got 50. Okay. We be happy for the small wins, all right? But I didn't know, okay, he was trying to use me to be successful in his music career. But anytime I'm on one of his songs and I let my people listen to it, they were like, yo, you say that nigga track. I would play it for strangers, and they were like, you say that nigga track, that nigga can't rap. So me and him had started building a friendship, and he would give me advice about drama I was going through with haters and females and stuff. Cause I would get on Facebook popping every week at that point. And he was like, yo, just put in the music. And he would vent to me because he's a single dad. And I had checked on him one night, and his girlfriend got mad because apparently she thought we was messing around because my verse on the song is a little nasty. Just a little nasty. Just a little bit. And that shit must have made her feel some type of way. And she got mad because I checked on him. But that's what I do with my homeboys, my homegirls, relatives. That's just what I do with my people. Yo, you good? How you been? How the kids? That's just Nina. She got mad and kicked him and his daughter out on a school night. And they had nowhere to go. And he was trying to get money up for a hotel. And they had nowhere to go. And that ain't the only homeboy I had that got kicked out or got in an argument with that old lady because I texted them to check on them. It's because you ain't doing your job, bitch. That's why, okay? So, as far as I was concerned, me and him was solid. But we did another song together, and I made the cover art for our first song, and I also made the cover art for our second song. So he got a homeboy named Simba, and Simba does music too. And they had a track together, and he was like, yo, Nina, he was like, can you do the cover art for this one? He said, cause you killed the other two. So I was like, yeah, let me give it a try. So I did something different with theirs, and I straight killed their shit. I was proud of that shit. I straight killed their shit. They shit was fire. Okay? They shit was fire. He was like, yeah, I'm fucking with you from now on for cover arts and da-da-da-da. And I really should have been charging. So when we put out our second song, I actually had got Tiger booked for a podcast in Virginia. I got our song played on a podcast in Virginia, and I also had got booked for a podcast interview, and I got it played up there as well. Like, when I say shorty know what she doing, okay? Just put me in front of the opportunity. I'm gonna take that shit. Let me tell you. Shorty know what she doing. So in one weekend, we both had 2 different podcast interviews, and his song got promoted. And the crazy shit is, I want to say my podcast interview was in Texas, like, because they did it via internet. So my podcast interviewer, he was in Texas, and then his podcast interviewer was in VA. Like, tell me that shit ain't dope, though. Like, I was just promoting it, and that's just what I would do. I would promote, like, send it to people, this, that, and the third. Like, it ain't just my song, and I was grateful to have the opportunity, so why wouldn't I promote it? So somebody added me as a friend, and he would hit me up for like advice. He would tag me in his music, and like we would support each other. So they had this gay homegirl named Chelsea. All right. And it seemed like Chelsea and Tiger was always arguing. So they ended up falling out because come to find out Chelsea was a hater. And she inboxed me, and me and Shorty never had no conversation. Anytime like we was on the same post, I always like talked around her. I never spoke to her directly. I ain't had no reason to speak to her directly, and I ain't like the fact that her and Tiger kept falling out. But then again, I was only getting one side of the story. But either way, I'm loyal to my people. So she inboxed me, and I'm trying to figure out what she inboxed me for. And Shorty ended up getting her feelings hurt. Like I said, I'm loyal to my people. She inboxed me trying to pop shit about him. You can't pop shit about him to me, and that's my people. But I should have listened to her because she said the nigga was going to snake me. And boy, boy. But like, yeah, I held him down because, I mean, that's just Nina. But God be trying to save me. And sometimes I just don't be listening. Hard-headed, man. Hard-headed, I tell you. But me and her ended up getting into it because I'm like, shorty, you need to back because I don't know you like that. I know him. But she was jealous of me and his friendship too. So somehow we ended up getting on the topic of her music. And I told her the truth. Like, your shit trash. And she was like, it's not trash. It's a certain type of Texas rap. Well, if it's a certain type of Texas rap, y'all need to leave that shit in Texas because that shit will whack. I forgot what she said it's called. But it's like only a certain type of rap that they do in Texas. Y'all need to leave that shit in Texas. I refuse to believe it's people in Texas rapping that bad like her. Okay? I refuse to believe it. I refuse because it's a different type of style of rap, like a different type of cadence and stuff to it. And I'm like, who the fuck is rapping like that? No, we're not going to blame Texas for that. That's you, shorty. Okay, that's you, shorty. We're not going to blame the whole state of Texas for that shit. Get that shit to Oscar the Grouch. Okay, so yeah, me and her ended up falling out. I told him about it, and like that kind of like solidified our friendship even more. Cause like we was on the phone for a couple hours, he venting to me this and the third. But this the thing, he always in a fucked up predicament. He go from hotel to living with the next female, to hotel to living with the next female. But he got his daughter though, so I respected that. So I'm thinking, the nigga doing his thing. I didn't know he like mooching and eating off of people though. Oh, but I found out. So Simba got locked up, and in 2021, me and Tiger fell out because that's when I told you I was booked and busy. I was performing like damn near every week, like the whole summer, the end of spring, like the beginning of fall. Like Shorty was booked and busy, yo. Shorty was booked and busy. And I mean, people were noticing it, but I wasn't noticing that people was noticing it because Shorty was booked and busy. She was focused on what she was supposed to be doing. I didn't know people were watching me do my thing, okay? I was just doing my thing. So, I mean, because I would promote the show, like, yo, I'm going to be performing at this show. Y'all come out if y'all can. You come out, perform, or whatever the case may be. So, it's like, people notice, like, yo, Nina performing a lot, and, like, people recording me. I'm promoting other people, other artists and stuff, because that's what Nina do. And I had got booked for this show, and it was like I don't want to say it was a private event, but it was at a private venue, though. And like it was a nice show. It was a dope ass show, to be quite honest with you. Like every artist that came out to that show, they was pretty dope. And it was supposed to have a couple of heavy hitters come out too from out here, but they didn't show up. They flaked. But I showed up. So I showed up, gave a hell of performance. But I was promoting it a lot and stuff. And me and the promoter, we was starting to become cool. He from Philly. Now, okay, when they say this industry cutthroat, my God. So the promoter hit me up one night. It was like a few days before the show. And matter of fact, I want to say it was like 2 days before the show. And I'm in the kitchen, I was cooking, I remember. And he was like, yo, do you know who Tiger is? I was like, yeah, that's my people. Why? He was like, he inboxed me trying to get like booked for a show. I was like, why the fuck would he inbox you trying to get booked for a show? And he lived in Texas and not Virginia. And so, like, I kept going back and forth, like, who the fuck lying? Is he lying or, like, you know? So I did confront Tiger about it, and he was like, no, I ain't do that. That nigga inboxed me. But yet nobody ever sent me a screenshot. And that shit could have simply been solved with a screenshot, which kind of made me feel like both of them guilty. But I got to put that shit on Tiger because my nigga, like, you sneaky. You are. You sneaky. You sneaky. And apparently some people don't understand the cutoff game. When I say I'm okay, like once I block you, unless I unblock you, that means leave me the fuck alone. Okay? That means leave me the fuck alone. And we ended up like getting into it. We fell out. And I blocked him, but he kept hitting me up even up to last year when he was still blocked on like different apps. Like, yo, Nina hit me up. No, you trying to do another track together. Plus, on top of that, I was supposed to be on a track with him. I told him I couldn't open up the file. Send me the correct file. He told me he would. He never sent me the correct file. He put another bitch on the track and they went and performed the shit. And I went and listened to it. And yeah, I think I got saved. Okay, to be quite honest with you. I think I got saved. So it's like shit like that. The fact, like you doing shit like that, like it just, I pay attention to your character patterns. I was like, nah, I can't fuck with it. So I blocked him, fell back for him. So in 2023, Simba ends up getting out. He inboxed me that he was home and like I was putting out music at that point in time and he wasn't. So like he was supporting my music and stuff like that. And I would like, when I would see his posts, because I really don't be on Facebook and Instagram like that. But when I would see his posts and stuff, like if I agreed with it, I would hit like or heart or whatever. So me and him never had a deep conversation until November 2024 when I was on Facebook late one night and I saw he was depressed and suicidal in his status and I hit him up and we ended up having our first video chat and we ended up talking for 7.5 hours. The conversation was that good. We ended up speaking for 7.5 hours and I do believe that was his truest form. Like I saw like his inner child. I saw his vulnerable side. Yeah. So 7.5 hours. So he was upset because the girl he was messing with tried to commit suicide and she was in a hospital. So couldn't find out at the point in time, I didn't know he was doing witchcraft. So the status was actually bait to pull me in. And I care a lot about mental health. So the status was actually bait to pull me in. So that's what he does. He does magic. He figures out what female he wants. He does magic on her. He pulls her in with a status because I seen him do it with somebody else after me. He pulls her in with a status and then he controls the female mind and then he makes her depressed and suicidal. Right. So I'm thinking we're building a friendship because we linked like a week or two before my day one's 1 year anniversary, his death anniversary. So like he was supporting me through that and I was going through drama with haters and stuff out here in the 757. People saying I'm saying shit I ain't fucking say or twisting my words and shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm tired of people. Like why people just can't have a conversation? And like he would keep shit real with me. So like I thought he was a really good friend. And he was like starting to become one of my favorite people. We started speaking more frequent. And like when he was going through stuff, like I will be honest with him. It was like we was each other like safe space. At least that's what it felt like. He felt like a breath of fresh air. It felt like. So he would vent to me like about his baby mama, because he would live with his baby mama. Cause like I said, he just came home. He needed somewhere to go. And he works part-time at Dairy Queen, so he ain't got no money. Okay, let's be honest. He ain't got no money. He ain't had no car. And he would babysit kids. And he would work at Dairy Queen like 3 days a week. Basically. So, he be Brandy sitting up in his room, okay? Sitting up in his room, and the kids be running buck wild through the house, and he leave the kids in the house, go here or go there, or whatever the case may be. But they will get rental cars. That's what it was. They will get rental cars and stuff. But his baby mama working 2 jobs. Like, no, man. No, man. But he would vent to me about his baby mama, how she would get on his nerves, how the sex wasn't good, and she would try to be freaky, but the shit was whack. And so, like, she would basically deal with him, like, cheating with other females and having sex with other females and stuff. While she working 2 jobs, and he laying up in no, man. No, man. Okay, no, man. But he would vent to me about his depression, his kids, because he ended up getting locked up, and he admitted to me that he lost his kids because they neglected them, because something happened to his son's arm, ended up broke or something, and he claimed they was staying, him and the lady he was engaged to, they had 2 kids together, and they was all staying in a hotel. They was homeless, and he claimed that somebody pit bull chased his son, and his son fell down the steps and he broke his arm. But he said that his aunt is a nurse, so his aunt told him what to do. Yeah, that's what they said. And somebody ended up calling child services on him, and yeah, he claimed he ate both charges for him and also the lady, and they ended up losing both their kids to the foster care, basically. And he did 4 years for child neglect, child abuse, and some other things. That's the story that he told me. But I mean, I took my psychology class about like human development, and they speak about CPS and things of that nature. And the CPS ain't just gonna take your kids and charge you with abuse and neglect because your son fell down the steps and you ain't take him to the hospital, bro. Right. Type shit. Also, like, he vented to me like him being locked up, and he said he knows the reason why he got locked up is because he said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to do dark magic. No, my nigga, you still doing it. Okay, you never stop. And he was like, that was his karma. He ended up doing 4 years. He ended up losing both his kids to the foster care, and the lady he was engaged to that he told me he was beating on quite frequently, he told me that she left him and married somebody else because they got in an argument, a really bad argument, when he was locked up, and he disrespected the fuck out of her. He would call her all type of bitches, this, that, and the third, and she stopped fucking with the nigga, and she found somebody to love her correctly. And so, like, he was depressed about that. He vented to me about her, and he just dealt with a lot of mental health issues, financial issues, and also I didn't know until later on he got some serious drinking issues too. But yeah, he definitely played with that dark magic. But I did not know that shit at the point in time, because I was under a love spell. I didn't know what that shit felt like. I didn't know. I just know my friend needed me. He cool people, and I don't like speaking to people for long periods of time. And you could get me to speak to you for long periods of time, for like hours at a time, or I'm comfortable enough with you to let you come over here and kick it with me, like, then I fuck with you. Okay, I don't just give my time to anybody no more. I fuck with you, but I ain't know I was on the witchcraft though. Damn. Okay, damn. So I vented to him when I got mistreated at my last performance, and he was also on the phone with me when I went to go help that old lady I told y'all about, that I was trying to get out that abusive group home. So it was like things like that. Like, he was like, you always helping people and you got a good heart and this, that, and the third. And it was like, we were pour into each other though. And we would laugh. We had like inside jokes and stuff. Like, he stayed in Texas, and I told him when I drove through Texas, I never seen tumbleweed before until I drove through Texas. I was like, yo, they got real tumbleweed out here. He was like, you stupid, yo. And I told him, I said, in Virginia, we don't got tumbleweed, we got tumbleweave. He was like, what you mean tumbleweave? And I was like, bitches get in fights to get their weave pulled out. I said, and the wind be blowing their weave down the street. You be walking down the street, you be random people weave. That shit is frequent. Any time of the week, I could walk down the street and I'm going to see somebody weave in the street. Okay? Whether it's braids or tracks, whatever, I'm going to see somebody weave in the street. Tumble weave. So, like, we had inside jokes and stuff like that. So I started realizing I liked him, and I told him one night, and that's when shit took a huge left, because I didn't know he was already doing witchcraft on me, and I felt rejected a little bit, and that's when I started feeling depressed. And I actually tried to hurt myself that night when I got off the phone with him, and I took a picture of it and sent it to him, but I was not able to hurt myself. And that should have been my biggest clue, because me and God had a conversation in April 2023. I'm not allowed to hurt myself or commit suicide. So they told me I might as well stop. And the fact that I did that and I knew I would not do that anymore, that was one of my biggest signs I was under witchcraft. And I should have known that shit. So he had vented to me about how he was abusive to women, a deadbeat, witchcraft, his inner child trauma. Also in December, he said December was a bad month for him because he lost a lot of people, like a lot of deaths back to back to back to back to back to back to back. So like that's usually a month when he get depressed. Also, seasonal depression and stuff. So I told him I would be there for him. And usually when I tell somebody I'm gonna be there for them, I usually am. And he also vented to me about like his struggles with his sexual preferences. So, all of that kind of played a part into like why he is an abusive person. Now, I noticed after I told him I like him, and then his voice changed. And his voice got deeper. It wasn't country like it was before. It wasn't light as it used to be. And it kind of sounded like a demon. And that was the voice I got used to hearing. Like who he was before I told him I liked him. Like I didn't hear that voice anymore. It's like a demon completely took over his body, and I didn't catch that shit. Like his demeanor changed and everything. But we would have convos together about us living together, and like the whole time I kept saying to myself, but I don't like him like that. I don't love him. Why am I telling him I love him for and I don't love him? Exactly. Because y'all already know my heart belongs to somebody else. And that's who I'm healing from right now. And it's like he came and interrupted all that shit. Like he was jealous about their situation. And I guess that's one of the reasons why he had to put witchcraft on me. Because when I told him I liked him, he told me, he said, Nina, I'm honored that a woman of your status and a goddess like you would like someone like me. And I didn't understand what he meant at first. Oh, I do now. Okay, I do now. I'm like, why would you say that? I'm like, you're an amazing person. And no, he was a distraction. Okay, but I noticed when I didn't speak to him, I felt focused and I felt better. So he tricked me, and I told y'all this a couple times, because he started quoting the Bible, and he was like, put on your armor of God and read Ephesians. And I'm thinking, like, he don't do witchcraft no more. Like, he into the Bible, and he into business and this, that, and the third, and he want to see me succeed, and we gonna be a team, this, that, and the third. Ooh, baby, I'm trying to tell you, them spells, some horrible. So we would talk often. And we would also write each other poetry. And he allegedly wrote a couple songs about me. I got quite a few songs out there about the kid. But things changed when he got a car. Couldn't find out it was really his baby mama car. But when he got a car, and then he started acting funny in front of his best friend about our plans. Like, he started talking down to me, insulting me. Then he would get mad that I didn't want to be on the phone all day with him, as if I ain't got shit to do. Okay? Also, one night, I couldn't get to the phone to talk to him, and he started talking about hurting himself. And then it's like he cut his phone off, so I couldn't get in contact with him. And he did that to me a few times. And he would have me worry about him, and he knows that. So I called him a whole bunch of times. I hit up his homeboy Tiger. I was like, can you check on him for me? And he did. And he was able to get in contact with him. He told him, like, yo, Nina, like, she worried about you. And that touched his heart and made him feel good about himself. It's like basically he knew he had control. So it's like he would do certain things to make sure to keep the female under his control by messing with her emotions, by keeping her worried about him. Exactly. So I noticed when I would have conversations with him, he would start mentioning stuff I would post on my YouTubes, and I knew he was watching, but I would play dumb. Oh, Nina be catching shit. So he started getting jealous also of my lives and the attention I would get when he finally did tell me. Because he mentioned something I had said in a reading I had posted that day, and I was like, you watching my YouTubes? And he was like, I came across he's like, I came across it once or twice. I'm like, you've been watching the whole time. I already know you was. And I called him out on it. He was like, well, duh. So he started watching the lives, and he would get mad when people would call me beautiful. He would get mad when I would call TK my dear future husband. Like, just every little thing made him jealous. Like, he had to have control of me. And one thing about Nina, she don't like to be controlled, baby. I'm a flower. Let me grow naturally, okay? So one night, me and him, we weren't seeing eye to eye. It wasn't an argument, but I was like, yo, I think I just need to back up from you because, like, my emotions was feeling all over the place. And he didn't want that. And it was like, it was a thing like we don't want to back up from each other, but I think we need to. And he almost drove to come see me allegedly, but I noticed the time frame when he was telling me, because he was like, he drove like 4 hours this way, but the kids kept calling him, and he was like, that's what got him. He was like, everybody kept calling him trying to see where he was, because clearly he disappears a lot, say he's gonna hurt himself a lot, and everybody kept like calling him, and he won't picking up. And he was like, I was headed straight for Virginia. I ain't care about nothing else. And once I touched down in Virginia in the 757, I was gonna call you and ask you what your address was. But the time frame won't adding up, I noticed though. That's the other part I caught that I didn't tell him. But he said what made him turn around was the kids kept calling him, because he said they used the kids to make him come back. So he allegedly ended up having a panic attack and anxiety attack when he got home, because he wanted to see me so bad and he couldn't. And he did end up in the hospital. He had the paperwork that he ended up in the hospital. But he does have COPD. So yeah, at this point, we don't trust anything. So because his best friend, who's a female, heard the conversation we had in the car about like our plans this and the third, and that's when he was acting funny, me and her end up not liking each other. I'm like, why is she giving input when that bitch don't know me? So when me and him would argue, he would make a post and he would tag his best friend in it on purpose. Right, all of this shit is abuse, y'all, just so you know. But he would freak out when it was a business associate that's an older gentleman that's established, has multiple houses, cars, this, that, and the third. Like, he got paper. He would tag me in other people in multiple posts every day. And I will approve some of the posts, but I didn't know your friends can see all of the posts that you get tagged in, whether you approve it to go on your page or not. So he was seeing all the posts I was getting tagged in. And this nigga started freaking out. And he called me one night and I was over it. And I guess that witchcraft started wearing off a little bit. And I was over it. And that nigga acting like a sad puppy, like, I'm about to lose Nina. You sure was. I don't know what he did to get me back, but you sure was. I was playing Lola Monroe. You're a jerk. I was over the arguing about me just doing me, just living my life, not like I'm doing nothing sneaky. We ain't in a relationship or nothing. And you live with your baby mama, so you can't tell me what the fuck to do. Okay? And I was over it, and this nigga started freaking out, feeling insecure because of my business associate, who's an older man, a bald-headed older man. Why this nigga shave his hair off while he on the phone with me? And I waited for him to shave his hair off, and I said, why the fuck did you do that? And then, it's because, I feel like I need to be like an older man, and I confronted him again. So you jealous because of him? I ain't jealous because of him. Clearly you are, sweetheart. So that's when, like I said, apparently that shit started wearing off, and he knew it because he was the sad puppy and I was the one over here sexy and confident, feeling myself like, yep, nigga, I'm about to get rid of your ass. And I had that dream where he raped me. So the dream was where I can remember where the dream started was we were leaving from a date. I was cute too. I was cute. And we was leaving from a date, and he opened up the car door for me, let me get in the car. And then the next part of the dream, we were at my place. I had my own place, and like he was like pile driving the fuck out of me, and I couldn't tell if I was enjoying it or not. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, that's called sex magic, dream magic. Exactly. And that's how they control you, by having sex with you in your dreams. That's why I told y'all pay attention to your dreams. So that's how he got back control of me. Because when you're in your dream state, you are the most vulnerable. And if you go listen to the dream magic video, I actually tell both stories about when I got raped. That also another man raped me in my dreams. I told that story as well. Y'all be careful out here, man. So I noticed that he stopped talking to me in the house when his baby mama was there. So I knew they were together, even though he told me when we were just friends that the sex was bad with her and she would try to be freaky, but it just wasn't good enough. So, he was having sex with other females and she paying all the bills and this, that, and the third. He was basically a stay-at-home dad that worked part-time at Dairy Queen. So I started noticing all of that, and that shit started making me feel some type of way. You go, why you gotta talk to me, okay, in the car instead of in the house? Yeah, that shit started making me feel some type of way. So Thanksgiving happens, and he trips out again because my business associate went to the casino. He tagged everybody in the post, but the only person in the pictures is him. But he tagged everybody in the post, and the casino ain't even in VA. It's somewhere else. It's in Maryland, actually. It's the MGM, I think it's called, and that's actually the casino I've been to, the only one I have been to. It's a pretty nice casino. Okay, I think he called me, and I was working. I was like, nigga, you can wait. I was working. So he get mad. He cut his phone off. I'm hurt myself. Da 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 da. I'm like, yo, this shit. Oh, I'm calling him. He won't pick up. Now I'm worried for real. I'm like, baby, pick up the phone. Baby, pick up the phone. Baby, pick up the phone. This nigga, and I told y'all the story on the first Gender Live. This nigga would not pick up the phone. He finally picks up the phone. He doesn't say, hi, I'm good, sweetheart. No, this nigga said, where the fuck you at? I said, what? Wait a minute. He thought I was at the casino, the older established business associate that got money. No. I'm in my bed with my bonnet on my head working on Thanksgiving. I had cooked all my food already with a toilet in my kitchen, and I was working. Like some of us females, boo, we just different, okay? We ain't out there shaking our ass. We out here trying to figure out how to get more cash. All right, gracious. It's levels to this shit. It's different, baby. It's a difference, okay? But yeah, because of that dream, he was able to get back control of me. Then the whole Thanksgiving thing happened. So we ended up speaking for like a few hours on Thanksgiving. And I got myself together and I went live with y'all because I would rather be live with y'all. And we had a good time. And that nigga watched the whole live. He didn't say shit. He didn't say he was up there. That nigga watched the whole live. Soon as I get off live, he calls me and he's in the car leaving his house. That nigga watched the whole fucking live, y'all. He watched the whole fucking live. He driving to a big city out there in Texas and shit. And he gonna go see a bitch and he think I don't know. Now this is the thing. I told y'all the story about my ex-fiance, how like I was like energetically tied to him. And I could feel when that boy was smoking, when he was drinking, when he got jumped and he almost died. Like I could feel all of that. Why I could feel the same thing with that nigga? That nigga had sex with a female. Why it take him 2 minutes to come? I don't want no minute man. I don't want no minute man. Okay. Ooh. I said, oh no. Oh no. Listen, those of us with spiritual gifts, baby, ain't too much you could get past us. If you do, it's only gonna be for a while. Let me tell you, it's only gonna be for a while. So I noticed after he got my number, that's when my phone got hacked. So I told y'all he was doing sex magic on me. And I'm gonna be honest, like somehow, some way, he ended up coaxing me into sending him a picture. And I sent it. And I never, like the only person other than him I've ever sent a picture to was my ex-fiance. And I'm always covered up. You don't see no titties, no ass, no pum pum. I'm always covered up. So he do have a picture of me. And I'm pretty sure he dropped it on the internet. And I'm not embarrassed about it at all, bitch. Cause I look good, the fuck. And I said this shit when I said so. That nigga do leak this shit. At least you look good, bitch. Okay? At least you look good, bitch. Alright? Shout out to my sponsor, Hio. Okay? Shout out to my sponsor, Hio. Nigga, you ain't embarrassing nobody. The fuck? I look good, nigga. The fuck you talking about? The fuck? So, yeah, somehow, some way, I ended up getting coaxed into sending pictures. But that's the only picture that he got. He ended up getting other pictures that's, like, posted online that he liked. But somehow, some way, that nigga ended up with that picture. And like I said, he was doing sex magic on me. So I noticed I started getting really, really horny when I would speak to him. I'm not trying to be TMI, but I have to tell y'all what I went through so y'all will know if you end up in this predicament or you know somebody in this predicament. And I ended up masturbating with him on the phone. And that's where I fucked up at. Okay, one, I ain't ever masturbated with nobody. Okay, wait, hold on. Never mind. Never mind. But, yeah, that's why I fucked up at. I shouldn't have did that shit. Cause I fucked his head up. really, really, really bad. And that's all I'm gonna say. We gonna leave it alone. I fucked his head up really, really bad. But like I said, I did not know I was under no damn spell, bro. But I knew I felt weird. It feels weird because you know you don't like the person. You know you don't love the person. It's like you tolerating them. When you speak to them, that's when it's the strongest. Or when you're around them. But I wasn't, of course, around him. But that's when it's the strongest, though. And that's when they're able to control you the most. And, of course, also in your dream stable. And I said that shit was crazy. But they control you through emotions. That's how they get you. They control you through emotions, yo. So y'all be careful out here, man. So like I said, he would pop up on my live sometimes. He was down there in the comments, y'all. Okay? He was down there in the comments, but he wouldn't say anything to really, like, draw attention to him. Like, oh, we messing with each other. But he would be inboxing me at the same time and watching the live and stuff, and he'd be popping shit, or he'd be responding in the inbox to what I'm saying. Well, yeah, he would be jealous because, you know, people calling me beautiful, this, that, and the third. And I remember, I think it was in December, or it was like the end of November, I was doing a personal reading on live for Lady Way Layla, and I was about to do it. And I'm glad I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. When I say this nigga called me so many times on my phone, he texted me from another number, was calling me from another number, and he was calling me on Facebook. Why do you need to control me that bad? And you see I'm on live, and you know I'm about to do a really deep, important, like, mediumship and reading for a little girl that passed away that got raped and killed. Why are you calling me like that for? Why do you need attention? That shit pissed me off, and that's when that shit started rubbing off a little bit again. So like I told y'all, I did get distracted. I told y'all this before too a couple of times. I got distracted. I told y'all I got distracted the end of last year trying to help two people. It was an old lady trying to get out the abusive home, the abusive group home, and it was him. And because I was so like absorbed with trying to help them, I ended up slipping on releasing my planner and my calendar for this year. And I am still upset with myself about that shit. But yeah, that's why though. Okay, I was absorbed with this nigga. Okay? I was absorbed with this nigga. And guess who fault that shit is? Mine. Okay? Mine. And he started doing that more frequently also on the lives, calling me back to back to back, argue with me about something that happened on the live. Somebody calling me beautiful, me and TK calling each other dear future husband, dear future wife. He would just find something to pick with. He would just find something to pick with. He like, you giving them all the attention and you don't give me no attention. You don't think Marley feel the same way? You don't think Marley feel the same way? I'm walking in my purpose. I have to fulfill it. I have a deadline to retire. I'm not slowing down for nobody, even if I do got witchcraft on me. I did not stop posting. I did not stop doing lives. I did not stop doing readings. And the more and more he complained about me working, the more and more I started getting turned off, and that shit started rubbing off, because that is a huge turn off for me. If you don't want me walking in my God-given purpose, baby, we gonna have an issue, and we gonna have a big one. Ain't nobody coming in between me and God. Ain't nobody coming in between me and the purpose that God gave me. Period, poo. So I started falling back the first week of December, and I was supposed to be there for him because that's a hard month for him, and he was telling the truth. But all that shit that, like, no, like from Thanksgiving just to like the beginning of December, I was like, nah, my nigga, I can't. Okay, so I started falling back some. And he was, of course, trying to emotionally manipulate me, and I wasn't falling for it. It's like I would respond to him, but sometimes it'd be the next day or it'd be the end of the day or something. I wouldn't rush to respond to him, and that shit would irritate the fuck out of that nigga. So yeah, I wasn't there how he wanted me to be. And he started verbally, mentally, and emotionally making me pay for it, abusing me, guilt tripping me. So I would stay on the phone with him. And I'm legit on the phone with him, working, recording, like moving my room around, cleaning, feeding Marley. Like, I had to be on the phone with him all day. And I hate that shit too. Why are you trying to control me that bad? Trying to see what I'm doing, trying to make sure I ain't talking to nobody else. Like, why? And why don't you have anything to fucking do? And you sitting there watching me work and clean and this, that, and why don't you have nothing to do? The fuck? Y'all better pay attention, okay? So he started drinking more. And when he wouldn't get his way with me, he would say, I'm going to hurt myself, I'm going to kill myself, and cut off his phone. That is abuse. And that's the second man I dealt with that I had to go through that with. I'm not dealing with that anymore, baby. If that's what you're going to do, then baby, that's on you. I'm not going to be guilt tripped until if you decide to hurt yourself because I decided not to fuck with you. Period. I've been through depression. I've been suicidal. I've learned how to overcome that shit and how to control that shit. I'm not saying everybody is going to get there, this, and the third. I understand everybody ain't as strong as me, or everybody just ain't at that strong point yet. But I ain't ever told a man, I'm going to hurt myself if you leave me, or I'm going to do this or do that if you leave me. No, baby, if you going to leave, go ahead. Go ahead, I'm going to express how I feel, but I ain't about to stop you. Even if I love you, I ain't going to stop you, because I don't want to control nobody, because all my life people been trying to control me. Fuck that, okay? Fuck that. So yeah, he started drinking more. Oh, I'm going to hurt myself just because he won't get the attention he wanted. Baby, go to therapy, okay? Go to therapy. So I talked to him out of pity, but I started feeling turned off, like I said. And also, he had got like really sick. So I was checking on him all day at work, this, that, and the third, a way of him controlling me again. Like every 2 hours, I'm texting, you okay, baby? How you doing, baby? You good? How you feeling? Oh, you only got 3 more hours, babe. You got this. You got this. Like, you know, it was a way for him to control me, though. So I did Reiki on him when he was at work, and I did Reiki actually on him twice, and I did his sacral and his root. And I remember when I did it the first time, I was crying a lot, and I ended up falling asleep. It drank the fuck out of me, which means that boy got so much trauma. I personally, I can't fix it. Like, Reiki, he gonna need way more than Reiki. Like, he gonna have to come back and fix that shit in another lifetime. That shit that bad. But I talked to him one night, and he was drinking, and he ended up venting to me about how his other son ended up dying. And it was his fault. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't want to make him feel bad. But it was his fault, because he should have been watching his son, and he won't. He was too busy flirting with a female. And his son ended up getting chased by a dog, and he said all he heard was tires screeching. Yeah. Because he refuses to heal, and he tries to self-medicate with drugs, drinking, with an image on the internet, and with pussy. Because it suppresses who he really is. Right. Also, that same night, and this is what started breaking me out this shit for good, he had a dog that I was very fond of named Baby. I don't know if Baby's good or not, but I know that particular night when I spoke to him and he vented to me and told me that story, Baby had ended up chewing on, cause he a Crip. Baby had ended up chewing on some Alexander McQueen shoes that one of his dead homies had gave him, like some $800 shoes. He choked the dog. Oh, y'all know how I feel about dogs. He choked the dog, bruh. Now I don't feel safe leaving Marley with you. Ain't no way in hell we living together. I don't even want to meet you at this point. But I didn't tell him that, because I'm trying to figure out how the fuck can I back up safely, okay? Like, I don't even want to meet you at this point. So we ended up getting in an argument because he was like, I didn't talk to you for 2-3 days. Yeah, nigga, because you told me you choked the dog, and then that same night I had a dream that you shot the dog. God was telling me, child, back the hell up. For that's you or Marley. Back the hell up. God was showing me, because I won't having dreams, and anytime a dream come through, my dreams ain't regular. They always have some meaning to them. Always. And I knew God was telling me back up. And the fact that I could remember that, I knew God was telling me back up. But he got an argument with me and tried to guilt trip me because you choked the dog and I don't want to deal with you and I don't trust you around my dog, and you trying to make me feel bad about that, and now I'm gonna kill myself because you think I'm a monster. My nigga. Okay? Listen. Gracious, man. No, don't do that to nobody, bro. That shit is horrible, man. Because you put that person in a bad predicament too. And no, Marley did not like him. So we end up going back and forth, same old toxic cycle, trying to control me, mad I'm working, suicidal threats, and me hitting up Tiger and him drinking. Okay? It's like the same thing, repeat, same thing, repeat, same thing. Nina got tired. And then Tiger was upset because he had a crush on me. He calling me beautiful, this, that, and the third. But anytime I hit him up, I'm hitting him up because I'm checking on Simba. And so he started getting jealous. And the sad thing is Simba don't even know that Tiger is jealous of him, because Simba released a song that had some good plays on it. And he did a video for it. And then Tiger turned around a couple months later and released a song, the same title. Like, come on. If that ain't jealousy, y'all. And I noticed, like, Tiger started treating me different. He stopped calling me beautiful, this, and the third, once he realized, oh, y'all two messing with each other. Like, come on, yo. Okay? Like, I should not have been speaking to neither one of y'all. I want to be honest. I remember Tiger had got in contact with him one night. He was drinking and he disappeared. I'm gonna hurt myself, this, that, and the third. And finally, when the nigga does pick up the video chat, I don't see his face. No, I see him walking back to the car from the store, and he has a big gulp-sized cup full of alcohol, drunk as hell. Right. So God ends up sending me another dream, and I have a dream that I'm on this school bus with him and his loved ones. His aunties are sitting across from me, like his favorite aunt. Although I didn't know who I knew that was his favorite aunt though. Was sitting across from me, but his baby mama was sitting in front of me. But me and her are sitting on the opposite side of the bus from him and his favorite aunts and stuff. So he's giving a speech, and it's a love Simba day because Simba was feeling down and Simba was feeling depressed, and Simba tried to commit suicide because he tried to take a whole bottle of pills and somebody had to smack it out his hand. That happened in real life. But in the dream, like the Simba Love Day was supposed to be a day where we all love on him, pour into him, let him know that he's loved so he doesn't, get depressed or commit suicide. And this is something that he actually really wanted. I did not know this was witchcraft again. Okay. This was something he wanted all the attention, everyone about him, all the women, because it was straight women on that bus. All the women that he loved dearly in his life to bow down to him. Okay. Now his baby mama was sitting in front of me. This bitch take her little dusty ass micro braids and flips them back to smack me in my face while he's giving a speech. He said in the speech, he said, I want to thank everyone that I truly love. And he pointed at both me and her. And she got mad. The reason why she got mad is because they do this shit to a lot of women. He reels them in. He gets money out of them to help pay the bills. And she knows about that shit. Basically, he's pimping himself out. And doing witchcraft to get money and attention and this, that, and the third for women. But the part where they fucked up was he ended up loving me for real. He ended up falling for me for real because I'm giving him things that she's not giving him. And that's the part that he wasn't supposed to do. And that's the part that fucked him up. Because he caught feelings for me for real and he wasn't supposed to. And that nigga will not stop watching me. Still subscribe to my channels. Okay. And will not stop watching me. Will not leave me alone. Alright. Like, my God. But when I had that dream, I inboxed that nigga. And yeah, that was an argument. I said, oh, I'm a fucking secret. This, that, and the third. Da, 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 da. I went in. I was the fuck over it. And he hit me with the sad face. My nigga, fuck you. You fucking her. You fucking other bitches. I'm not even attracted to you. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I knew that shit was witchcraft. I'm like, I'm not even attracted to you. The fuck? And I'm sure I ain't attracted to no deadbeat, abusive, alcoholic, drunk. Like, no. I'm so past that stage in my life. When I say, I feel like there was a test from God, but I know it also was a distraction from my work and a distraction from trying to get my mind off the person that I really love. I already know what it is. I already know what it is. Okay? So that dream woke me all the way the fuck up. Like, all the way the fuck up. So I slowly was trying to back up from him, but not make it obvious that I was. So I'm still keeping conversation regular, like, baby, I love you, this, that, and the third. So he's not suspicious of Nina's backing up, but he could tell because he ain't talking to me as frequently as he used to. It'd be days in between. But yet I'm posting every day, yet I'm working, and like that shit would make him feel some type of way. So we had a couple of brief text messages. I tried to find out when his schedule was so we could like talk and have a conversation, and the nigga flipped out on me. And like, you trying to leave me and da-da-da. Nigga, we not together. Okay, I'm Craig David, baby. I'm walking away. Okay, but no, I really want to have a conversation with him. It was just to have a conversation to catch up to see how he was doing because it was still December. He was going through stuff and I wanted to be there for him at the same time as a friend. But I'm like, yeah, romantically, I ain't fucking with the nigga. And so he was upset because it was days at a time when he was able to speak to me. And he hit me up, I'm going to hurt myself and da-da-da-da. And like, it was just too much. It was too much. It was way too much. And one of the other reasons why it was also days at a time in between him speaking to me, I was on the phone with this nigga one day. He was depressed. He was suicidal. He kept saying, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to kill myself. No one cares about me. I'm going to kill myself. Even posting it on Facebook. I'm going to kill myself. I'm like, well, damn, you got a best friend? That bitch ain't doing no good job, okay? You got a best friend and you got a damn girlfriend, which is his baby mom. Them bitches ain't doing no good job. And then he would get online and complain about his baby mom. Like, she tripping. But okay. But he all depressed and he outside with a black hoodie on and he all depressed and he smoking and he ain't supposed to be smoking. And this nigga summoned Satan while we on the phone. I got to praying, boy. I got to praying. I said, you fucking tripping. I was crying. Cause I'm like, you really, like, your soul is gone. I'm like, why are you doing that for? Why would you do that for? But he doing it for attention because he keep looking at the screen like a little kid, like, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? And I was like, yeah, I got to fucking go. So that was another reason why it'll be days at a time. He be speaking to me. You abusing dogs. You abusing women. You're kicking it with Satan. No bueno, no mas. So yeah, hit me up. Like basically once we had a falling out, decided to back up from each other. He wrote a poem. I wrote a poem. He wrote another poem. At that point in time, the dream had came. Nigga, I'm done. Okay? Nigga, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I might send you something to make it seem like I'm still there, but I ain't there. Okay? Let me tell you, I ain't there. And he sent me a video, because we went like a week and some change without speaking, I think. And he sent me a video on Instagram, because he damn sure blocked on my phone. And plus, his phone was off, because the nigga ain't got no money. And his phone was off, though. And he sent me a video of a new puppy. So I don't know what the fuck happened to baby. I don't know if baby okay or whatever the case may be. He claimed he left his baby mama house and this, that, and the third because he really don't want to be with her. And I got the text messages. But yet you still trying to get with me on the low. But he's saying that he not, and I'm done with women, and I'm hurt right now, and I need to focus on me. I don't want to eat, and I just want to die, and da-da-da-da. Like all this drama, this, that, and the third. He don't even know. The whole time we was texting, my nigga, you was blocked. I was going to my block messages to see if you replied. You was blocked, my nigga. So we ended up having a falling out because the nigga don't know how to speak to nobody. And, I mean, I was done with it. I blocked him on Facebook. I blocked him on Instagram because I keep trying to have a conversation with him just to see. I don't even know why. Okay? I don't even know why. I guess to finish the conversation out because he's so immature, he don't know how to have a full-grown conversation. I'm like, I'm trying to finish the conversation. You keep acting childish, cussing me out, this and the third. Like, ain't nobody got time for this. So I just like, fuck it. I blocked him on Instagram. I blocked him on Facebook. I was the fuck over it. Then I ended up getting a text message. It was New Year's Eve, and I know he watched that New Year's Eve live. And it was something along the lines of, like, I still love you. Like, I love you, and I'm still here, Nala, or something like that. Because he would call me Nala. I would call him Simba. And I'm texting back like, I love you too or something like that. But shorty was done with him. He got mad because he seen somebody had bought me some flowers. Well, they didn't buy me. They picked me some flowers and I posted it. So he posted a new bitch that he fucking with that's supposed to be on some reality TV show. Little do she know, bitch, you getting used. Bitch, you're getting used. He venting to you about me. Girl, you fell right into the damn cycle. You fell right into the damn cycle. I thought that shit was hilarious. And then we didn't speak for a month. Here he come again. Texted me on February 6th. He was like, Nala, can we speak soon, please? No. Hell no. We definitely, absolutely, positively, from the bottom of my achy, breaky heart, the scum of my toes, dear Darla, we cannot fucking speak again. In Yeshua's name. Okay? Go on ahead with that demonic ass shit. Hell no, we can't speak again, my nigga. You need to get yourself right while you still here on this earth, man. If you give a fuck about trying to get your kids back or whatever the case may be, okay, don't. And then you trying to ride off my coattails. See, that's how you know you fish made. You trying to ride off my coattail to become famous and try to get your music career to take off because you know that's the part I left out because he knew celebrities, okay? When we was like friends and entering into the talking phase, me, two big comedians in the black community, two big comedians and a big rapper were coming at me on Twitter. All three of them at the same time. I ain't gonna say y'all names. Lucky for y'all. But they coming at me because one of the comedians got his feelings hurt, but won't nobody speaking about you or to you. And he assumed I was speaking to him, so he started going in on me. So then the other comedian helped him, and then here come the rapper. And I'm like, I ain't gonna tell y'all what y'all look like, because I still love y'all, got respect for y'all, but don't do that shit no more, though. But I told him, I was like, such and such and such and such and such and such, they coming at me on Twitter, yo. I was like, I got mad love and respect for them. What the fuck they coming at me for? I wasn't even talking about them. I was talking about somebody else. He was like, Nina, do you know what that means? Do you know? I kept, like, it was like a week. I was going back and forth with all three of them for a week. I'm like, we still going back and forth. He's like, do you know what that means, Nina? Do you know what that means? I said, no, what? He said, that means you're famous. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about it. I want them niggas to pipe the fuck down and have a meeting of the minds with the kid. Because it's a misunderstanding that ain't got to be there. And I hate for black people to do that shit. He talking something, you famous. Who gives a fuck about being famous? When one of my favorite comedians is coming at me on Twitter, my nigga, okay? like, damn, nigga, you one of my favorite comedians. You in my top 5. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Damn. Damn, don't do that. He talking, that mean you famous. That's not what the fuck that shit mean. That just means me and some famous niggas going back and forth. I'm like, yo, people want to be famous so bad. Cause even Tiger, once, apparently he told him, oh, she going back and forth with such and such and such and such and such and such. Cause everybody know who they are in the black community. She going back and forth with them on Twitter. That nigga Tiger start posting every day. Y'all niggas ain't gonna get famous off my fucking name. Y'all niggas ain't even as talented as me. Fuck out of here. Let's act like grown-ass men and not little girls, okay? Pull your panties down, boo. Pull your panties down, boo. So basically, how this basically ended was after he did not get a response back in the February text, from my understanding from what the good people are saying on the internet, because that nigga is blocked, okay? That nigga is blocked. That he's speaking bad about me on the internet and type shit, okay, but yet these people don't know he's an alcoholic, abusive, a deadbeat, a child abuser, all types of shit, okay, into witchcraft and demons and all types of shit, okay, and hurting animals, and yes, this is who y'all quoting, type shit, yes, what type shit are y'all on? Alright, y'all need to understand when y'all into witchcraft, that's one of the first lessons right there. Pay attention when you don't feel like yourself. Cause why would y'all keep going back and keep going back and keep going back and keep going back to watch something toxic unless they cast a spell on you to come? Cause this is the most attention that these people have got, and that's why they riding on my goddamn coattail. Told me I'm riding on somebody's coattail. I ain't riding on nobody's coattail. I done sold my own damn coat. The hell? Done pricked myself so many times. Nobody helped me sew this coat. These motherfuckers on my coattail, because it's a long motherfucking coattail. Check the resume, okay? So the lesson is, baby, trust your intuition. Like Malice say, believe none of what you hear, only half of what you see. And words lie, energy doesn't. Y'all be careful out here, because there's warlocks out here just like as witches. They out here doing word spells, potions. They out here burying shit. They out here casting spells, breaking up relationships, trying to get you away from people because they want to be with you. Like, just all type of shit, y'all. And they damn sure out here doing dream magic. Make sure y'all pay attention. Book me for a dream interpretation if you're having weird dreams like what I mentioned in this here Sunday in Mimosa. But the thing is this, I can't beat myself up. I was for a long time. I can't beat myself up. Because I got in this predicament anyway. Because I was mad at myself. Because you got fucked around and got in a predicament. And got witchcraft casted on you. I don't ever want to get a love spell casted on me again. But couldn't find out he wasn't the first one that did. But I can't be mad at myself because I went in with the right intentions to help someone that I looked at as a friend. To help someone that I want to be successful. To help someone that I want to be healthy. And be there for their children. And want to live for themselves. I can't help that man. That's the other lesson. You can't help everybody. The help that man need is beyond my control, baby. That's beyond my control. That's beyond, okay, my limits, baby. All right? He gonna need God themselves to help him. So, babies, this is the Sunday in Mimosa. Make sure that you stay aware. Okay, like how Williams say, keep them antennas up and protect your neck. Love you, babies. And also forgive your enemies. Mwah.